So we were good, and we're clear on that. Neither were they. But that team is better than their standings would tell you that it is. They've got a number of all-stars or world-class players that have played in tournaments, and Paul Maurice, Galen, Yoke, and then Kiprusoff. I mean, these guys have played on the world stage. So you coming into this game, you know, I got two main concerns. The first one is that we wouldn't respect our opponent or wouldn't appreciate the fact that they're very capable of being a dominant team if they get that in. And the second is we've worked really hard and had a little bit of success, and then early scored on our first few shots. And then we started doing things that you can't do to win games, turning pucks over, not shooting pucks when you should, just a simple north-south game, all the good things that we'd like to see. So I'm happy that we won and we got 2 points. That's a game which both coaches need a shower right after, because you just do not feel good about yourself at all. But, you know, good for our goaltender was a little better than the pair that they had, and that was probably the difference in the game, and we learned some things about some of our young guys.
Did you feel safe at 5-2, or did you just
I knew it was you knew it was coming, because it could have been 5-2 either way, but it could have been 7-6 either way. There were some good chances to score. I mean, Wojciech has a great chance right at the start of the game. They go down and score, and you wonder, oh, is that the way this game's going to go? And it kind of did for a while. Great chances at one end didn't go, and then something filthy at the other end. But good for us. It's nice to win those games.
Jeff's offensive capabilities and his skill are drawing some attention, obviously, from what he's done.
Yeah.
Physically, guys go after him.
Yeah.
What's the response to that?
No, we're just going to send him out there by himself now.
Clearly,
Clearly, he's a big. He's got enough backbone that he doesn't have to worry about it. Like, good for him.
Yeah.
So, the options for us are to, really aren't to go after anybody that's bothered. It's to find somebody like him on their team and make sure that they get the same treatment, and that they really didn't have anybody like that. Expect the officials to call the first 5 elbows that he took to his head. That didn't happen. So I love the way that went. Good for him.
And he came back with it. He got a penalty, but he had a nice check.
Good for him. You know what I mean? Take a 5. That's fine. You know, you have to protect yourself, and I just loved his response to that, because he's a skilled, offensive, brilliant player, and he's going to draw more and more of that as it goes. And then eventually we'll have to design different ways of evening that out. But now you got a guy that's not going backwards in a game like that. He's not going to say, hey, well, I'll wait till the next one before I get upset, or this isn't going to be my game. He might just run you and then score the shootout winner.
When you
This
called,
guy's all right.
when you called timeout, was that in response to the icing? Was it a combination of
They were
that
just
plus
fatigued.
play, or?
No, they were just absolutely fatigued. Those guys couldn't go, and they had nothing in the tank. So we have a line that gets trapped out there. I just felt that I had to burn that time out. We would have liked to use it somewhere else later, but it's as much about stopping what they're doing as avoiding injury. And you've seen that happen where they get another minute in there, and then that line's done for the night. So it was just to give them some rest.
Lost in all the commotion. The juice comes in and gets 3 goals.
Yeah.
Three
Well,
3
2
points
guys,
like
right?
yeah.
So 2 guys come in and made an impact. He comes in and does that, and Cam Ward comes in. And really, I thought what happened with Cam, I don't know if he had any chances on those, but there was 8 goals on 30 shots. So there wasn't a lot of goaltending early in the game, even though his 3 were right down the pipe. He made a huge save in the last 6 minutes of that game, and then so there's your all-star goaltender. And you can almost feel that from the bench. So now he's been out a little bit. He's been off for a few days, but this game he wasn't getting this one up. That's the feeling I had at the bench when he made that save. Got to get into that overtime, the shootout. It's going to win the game for you.
Do you have to stop to figure out how the team's going to handle success? Is that what you were suggesting earlier? That
We have a tendency to do fun things with the puck when we feel good about ourselves. And the game of hockey is fun after, right? And when you're feeling good about yourself. But this is, especially against that team, it's a big physical team. It wasn't going to be any fun tonight. We refused to believe that. So it just wasn't any fun for the coach. It was the way that works out.
Could you talk about the overtime power play starting with 4 forwards?
So that's a version of our 5-on-3, which you would have thought based on the first part of the game, we would never go back to, but it had scored 5 in a row, I believe, and it was very, very good, and it wasn't. So I'd never seen a guy break a stick like that and then just leave it. We had a lot of unusual plays. So we'll video tomorrow and see if it's all true, and then we'll go back at them.
What do you think of Rosie flying in like a little gnat?
Well, I would say a big one, a big gnat, not a little guy. This guy's got a lot of heart and soul and great sense of humor, and he's a big part of our team. And I like him playing with Skinner as well too, because he kind of teaches kids when to laugh and when not to. And he's a good player. That's it.
Thanks,
Mike.
Mike.